So the next thing I want to talk about is data alignment. And basically what alignment means is where in the cell the data shows. So from center, left, or right, up or down, top, bottom, middle. So those tools are going to be right here where you see horizontal alignment and you see vertical alignment. And I'll show you how this works. In that, let's say, or for example, let's look, you see how all of our titles for our countries are pushed to the left-hand side of this box that they're in. But if you look at our numbers, they're all pushed to the right-hand side. The space is on the left-hand side. Now, what if I wanted to change this number, the confirmed cases in the United States, instead of being pushed to the right-hand side, I wanted it to the left-hand side like the country name is over here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this horizontal alignment. Now, horizontal means side to side, so that we click on that one. And you can actually see it's pretty intuitive with the way that it looks on here, right? You can see if I hover over, this is to the right-hand side, center, and left. So let's say I want it to the left-hand side. I would choose left, and you'll see how that number bounced to that side, right? I can do that with any one of these, right? So now, I actually want them on the left-hand side, right? Now, usually with numbers, what I choose to do, and this is entirely up to you to see what you think is the easiest way to look at data, but for me, I like to keep words to the left-hand side, and then I like to keep numbers centered in the space that I have. So let's say I wanted to center all of my numbers. Now, one thing I could do is I could come over here and then pull down and select all of this number data, right? All the way down, drag it all the way down to here, and then I can select this and I can click center. Now all my number data is centered. There's actually an easier way to do this if I'm intending also to center these, which let's just say I intend to do that, right? What I can do is, instead of that, let's undo that. So you see now they're all back to how they were. I'm going to select all the columns, B through E, and I'm going to click horizontal align, and I'm going to click center. Now that centers all of them all the way down these columns at the same time. Let's say I decided, I actually want all of these ones centered. I could click just on A. I can center it. I can move it to the right-hand side, but let's say aesthetically I want to leave it on the right, so I leave that on the right. All right. Now, what if I did all that and now I want country centered like the rest of these? I can just click just that cell and center it. So now it's centered, although I actually like it the other way, but it doesn't really matter. So that's just a quick tutorial on how you do horizontal alignment. Now, one thing you can also do is do vertical alignment. Now, that's going to be this tool right here. This allows you to push stuff up to the top, the center, or the bottom. So in our case right now, because the cells are pretty much fit to the lettering, it doesn't really matter. But let's say, for example, we had a cell that was very tall. So let's say that row number 2 is actually tall, really tall. Like this, it's double the height. You see how they're pinned to the bottom of that cell? If I wanted to center the United States in this cell, I just click on that cell, and I can go to this vertical alignment and click on this middle, and now you see how it's centered. And again, I can still use my horizontal alignment, so now I can make it so it's completely centered in that cell if I want to. All right, so that's just a quick run through of how you can use the vertical and horizontal alignment tools in order to even further set up your data in a way that makes it a little bit easier to read and interact with.